All right, so here we have some kind of word problem, and the big thing is just to understand this is pretty standard for a quadratic word problem because things that fly through the air actually do follow equations that look like this. And the thing about things being dropped in the air is their height is always changing. But there was an initial height, and then as the thing drops, its height is going to change. And so if you know how many seconds have passed, you can figure out what the height is at a specific time. And so for this particular problem, they want to know how long is the ball in the air, or how long after the ball is thrown does it hit the ground. So if we're talking about when the ball hits the ground, we're looking for this h value, the one that defines the height as time passes. When it hits the ground, bonk, that h value is going to be 0. So what we're going to do with a problem like this to find when it hits the ground is take this expression and set it equal to 0 and then solve it. So that's going to look something like 0 equals 45 minus 10t minus 5t squared. And now I'm just going to bust out the quadratic formula because this is probably not going to come out pretty. So a little change up here. It's not in standard form, but a equals negative 5, b equals negative 10, c equals positive 45. And now I've got the time is going to be the opposite of b, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a, which will simplify to t equals 10 plus or minus the square root of 900 over negative 10. And the one thing I want to say is when we're doing word problems, you almost actually don't ever want to leave it in this kind of form. You want to have decimal answers. You want to get the calculator out and figure out what the decimal approximation is. And it's a big thing about like using your parentheses correctly. We'll also get 2 answers, but usually one will be positive and one will be negative. And since this is like a real world problem, you're going to use just the positive answer. So after some quick calculations, we get to something up here. I'm going to have 2 different things to figure out. What 10 plus 30 divided by negative 10 is. That's negative 4. And then 10 minus 30 divided by negative 10 is positive 2. So this ball will hit the ground after 2 seconds. We're just solving equations all over again. This example, unfortunately, like they gave us nice numbers here. I don't know if in the homework they're going to have weirder numbers or not, but you just use your calculator, get the decimal approximation, and good luck.